there's two ways to go. The one that I was talking about in the first reading was disassociating from the mind. But there's another way to go, which is actually just looking at the mind and seeing that it's not real. So if you can look at the mind and see, I did a second writing because I saw that not everyone's going to be able to disassociate because of the way it works. So if you're unable to withdraw from the mind, then see the mind for what it is. The mind is a creative part of the virtual reality machine. Watch the mind as it spins out new ideas and imaginations of what might be and what is. See how the mind feeds off your attention. See how it purports to be reality. See how it purports to be you. Don't be fooled by the mind. It is just making the whole thing up. It is using its memories to substantiate its claims. Don't buy into it anymore. The mind is selling you a bill of goods that is without substance. See the unreal as unreal. This the mind can do. If you are lost in your world of thoughts and imagination, use your thoughts to see the folly of the world the mind is showing you. None of this is real. None of it. See it, believe it. Refuse to be deceived. The mind is incapable of showing you what is real. So that's the other technique, is just to see the unreal as unreal. And then you can see through it. You see, when the ego is seen as real, it develops an aura of substance, which it doesn't have. When the ego is seen as unreal, it becomes transparent. And when the ego is transparent, you can see what was there all along, you see, which is that silence, that stillness. And then the mind, when you know it's not real, it doesn't have the power to distract you away from what is real. Good.
That sounds like rising above it, where you get perspective, you get out of your own head. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's a way to describe it. Yeah, there's involvement, and then there's seeing things for how they are. So like when you buy into the dream and you say, this is real, this is happening to me, I am doing this, I am doing that, okay? Then you're in the dream, you're living the dream. But when you see that there's no substance there, that thoughts just come and go, that they have nothing to do with you, you don't know where they came from, and there's just, that it really has nothing. And that what is something is just that sense of being, but the mind is distracting you. So just call it out for what it is. Call it out for what it is.
With awareness, then we can walk our own path.
Well,
right? You get some awareness, you take a breath, and then you can not go ballistic.
Well, that's still all within the me.
Because I know.
You're still walking your own path. And so it's like, can I have my cake and eat it too? Can I rise above the ego and still be me? You see, but really, in fact, all that's happening right now, right this very moment, your entire life is being witnessed. Right now, everything just is, and it's being witnessed. It's being witnessed totally as it is. Everything you think, say, and do is being watched, simply being watched, without judgment, without identification, just being watched neutrally, like with complete acceptance. That's going on all of the time. And if you can get in touch with that unconditional love, that unconditional acceptance of just witnessing what is, whatever it is, all of it, just the way it is, just the way it isn't, or the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And everything is just fine. Everything is perfect. How could anything not be perfect? Only a mind could come in and judge and evaluate and decide what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad. That's the world of the mind. But that's not your world. That's the world of the mind. It's something that's attached to a body. The mind is a very useful thing. If you're going to have a body, it's good to have a mind with it. Otherwise, it just doesn't work well. So that's fine. But you don't want to be guided by the mind in terms of your identity. The mind does not, that's like, I have this computer right here. And, I tell it what to do. Now, what if the computer turned around and said, hey, fuck you, I'm in charge. You're me. And I went, okay, you're smarter than I am. Well, you see, now you've got this mind, and it's a tool like a computer. It's a tool that's used to navigate this world. It's an important tool. But that tool is not meant to be in charge of you. It's meant to be used to help the body function. So things have gotten a little confused here, and the mind has taken over a little more territory than it deserves.